for some action here on Sanhok. The plane path is under the way, and guess what? It's coming right through the arena first, dropping off, you guessed it, the Samsung Galaxy Note 9.
And that thing is amazing. Look at it right there, just want to go ahead and touch it over there, but I do want to go ahead and see this plane path here, as it's pretty much going to go ahead and go straight down the middle. And look at this, no surprise here whatsoever. Wildcard is going to go ahead and go in the middle of bootcamp, and keep in mind it does say Wildcard Hot Jukes there, but it is going to go ahead and be Wicked Gaming in replacement for him. But it looks like other people landed. As we mentioned, if you don't land right away and get a gun, you are going to be in a very, very bad spot, as we're able to see their Wildcard just starting to get wiped out.
Wicked, thanks for playing, my man. It was awesome having you here in the tournament. He is here, he is gone, and it looks like Korea winner Chicken Dinner is absolutely cleaning up in the middle building here in camp. Good stuff from them. Evo's also throwing elbows in there, trying to establish position. We still got Seagut, though, doing some work, and we have Lucifer that just got knocked as well. Seagut, his last hope there.
So you got definitely gonna go ahead and try to play this more, and very, very short-lived there by Wicked Gaming, as they seem to just land very slow for some reason. And this is one of the teams that I was actually mentioning. I wanted to go ahead and see how they come out on this exhibition match, and it's starting to look grim. I'm really hoping my boy Hot Jukes is able to go ahead and recover and maybe come back there for the second half of the day. But nonetheless, we still do have Seagut nearby, and KWCD just taking full advantage of landing first and destroying Bandy right there
in the middle of the building there. And you got to admit a little bit, Seven, this is a little bit of RNG here. Dropping boot camp, you got 6 squads landing inside the same base. It's not always skill that's getting you knocked. It's just who drops on the guns first. So you got a little bit of that going on. Got to admire the bravery and the courage for all these guys to drop in hot and start getting that blood pumping right away.
You definitely do. And look at these players right here from Full Send, just winning with the shotgun, winning with the AR. That is going to be interesting, as Ollie Pocket is actually able to go in and get a knock.
Look at this crossfire setup.
Ollie Pocket just waiting patiently there. She's not moving. She's standing her ground, though. You want to go ahead and get up and move, because they know exactly where you're at. They're going to go ahead and start rotating, and they might actually just come in from that door. If somebody came in from that door, they will be able to just destroy that full team. Even just throw a grenade. He sees them. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I just mentioned that. You have to move. If not, they're just going to come in and wipe you out. Great plays there by KWCD.
Really good awareness by KWCD. Wildcard wiped off the map. They are the first team gone here. Seagut, the last hope for his team, goes down in a 1v4. Not much he can do about that, but at the same time, Ollie Pocket and Katariyasuke had a great position initially set up. Wonderful crossfire on the doorway, but once they got discovered by the enemy teams and their position was made known, at that point you got to readjust, move a little bit, or you're prone to grenades, just like Korea winner Chicken Dinner did. Korea winner coming out to play today. They have wiped a couple of squads now, but they're facing Evos, one of the tournament's strongest teams, in the same building as them.
Another short-lived game there by Shunduras, as well, as we just saw him die to a shotgun. And look at Torti here with the big Russian robot. Actually, they're going to be looking to do pretty consistently here in the upcoming games today, because we saw them on day 1 very consistent. We didn't hear much from them on day 2, so I'm going to go ahead and look forward to see what they can do in the upcoming games. But nonetheless, Evos, we saw some interesting plays yesterday by Evos, as they were able to go ahead and just do maybe one of the best plays that I think I've seen all tournament, and that was just push gain stars in one of their most powerful positions.
Epic showdown there yesterday. We'll probably cap that at the end of the tournament. However, looks like Evo's here getting ready to kind of make a push here. As you can see, a crossfire setup from Korea winner Chicken Dinner. You did mention Big Russian Bot here just a moment ago, and they actually had a very consistent performance on day 1, finishing 5th and 6th more or less throughout the day. Had a great placement, but on day 2 also consistent. However, not necessarily consistent where they wanted to be, with 3 16th place placements. And that's not exactly where they want to be either, so they're looking to improve that a little bit later today.
An interesting place here by KWCD, as we notice some of their players are not healing enough, meaning that they do not have enough health kits, bandages, or anything, painkillers, or even energy drinks to go ahead and heal up. So they're going to go ahead and do the strategy that Full Send was doing, and that is just wait into a room, wait for somebody to pass by. But I want to go ahead and see how they handle this, right? Because it is their person. There you go. They pretty much know that they're going to be there. They start moving around. That's something I like to see. They shoot, they start moving around, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Evos a little bit too much by KWCD, having to reload and gets taken down by Evos. he was able to go ahead and knock down 2 players there from the Evo squad.
Really like the way Evos hit that one at a time. They didn't stack right on top of each other, but they did come in rapidly in succession, so they were able to clear corners, take people out, and the last player that was sneaking in that corner, doing some work, was able to get taken out with one of their final members there. So really good work from Evos. They'll be able to pick up all of their members. They're all up now. They'll patch themselves up with some med kits and move on to the next fight.
And something to point out is that big Russian bot is now starting to push the action here on Evos, as they know they are hurting. And Evos actually being able to go ahead and take out their Torti Broxy. Interesting place. He wasn't able to get there the surprise he wanted, and now it's just going to be 1 player left there from big Russian bot.
Looks like we've got a couple of players in the area. Big Russian bot spread out a little bit, contending with a little bit of red zone here. We've got Majed from GG Gamers here, sneaking around, and also in boot camp. Spread out from this team here as they are all dead. So he does come up and get a shot on Torti, and look at that, using that Halloween AKM able to make that scarecrow.
Big Russian bot getting most of their players eliminated there. And Evos is still looking for somebody to go ahead and pick here. Ernie, some of the insane plays that have been able to see in this tournament, being able to just go ahead and hold that man down, one of his teammates getting the angle on him and just shooting them through that little window. And look at this, Torti, even though he's by himself because one of his players is down, he's trying to give cover to his teammate by just giving suppression fire. He doesn't want anybody to go near him, that way he can try to go pick him up.
He's trying his best to get over there, but Evos has spread out. They set up a bit of a crossfire. Evos really, really good at using angles. They've been really solid at this all tournament long. And as you can see, Ernie always on the flank, always going to get another angle. He does see him, calls it out to his team, and now they're ready to take out Bro.
And that's something Evos is actually known for, right? Just getting the angles. He's going to be able to spot him. He shoots. He's going to be able to go ahead and call that out to his team. And more than likely, you're going to go ahead and see Evos just starting to rotate around and start getting every single angle possible, as we're seeing right here. Look at them go. They're just talking together right now. They're saying, you go through the back, I go through this door, and you guys go through the front. And look at that. It works perfectly as somebody from the roof is able to go ahead and knock down the last player. That's for big Russian bot.
Solid awareness, great coverage, awesome angles, and the pressure there from Evos able to flush Torti out of their building, getting the kill. As you see, GT Doyu often lurking on the sidelines here, watching how things develop. And again, they're off on the northern part of boot camp. They're taking a look, getting ready to take an advantage here of a weakened Evos team.
Definitely are. And one of the teams that actually surprised me a little bit yesterday is Team Japan. They came out and actually started putting up consistent performances by them. They didn't do so well on day 1, but they were able to start bringing it back up a little bit on day number 2. Not only just getting consistent finishes, but also starting to get some kills. Now we see CPT here just destroying that man from the Japanese team. CPT more than likely bringing in that momentum from the last game of yesterday, where they were able to go ahead and get the win. And not only that, they got 14 kills to their name on that last game as well.
And really impressive shots there from CPT with the QBZ. It's not always easy to tap and hit the target every single time. The QBZ is a better full auto weapon, and he was able to land every single one of those shots on Saltgia. Saltgia trying to get picked up now, but check this out. He immediately gets knocked right when he gets back up. Really nice pressure here, and you can expect a full push now from CPT after they've received yet another knock. He's got visual on him. Doggy waiting on the stairway here, looking up. His teammate's gonna crawl up there. This is trouble though. He sees him coming. They found him. And there's
he's just
the
going to
push.
go ahead and get finished right there. Interesting plays there by his teammate. He's decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and start crawling away. Don't pick me up. Let me see if I can go get some intel on the other team. But ultimately, CPT just too strong there, getting all the angles as well. And look at this rotation here by Evos. Are we going to go ahead and see this action? This is going to be actually one hell of a fight. Evos versus GT Doyu, if we're able to experience it. One thing I want to go ahead and mention out, some of these teams don't really get a chance to fight against each other. Yesterday we saw Evos versus RRQ not really engaging as much as we would expect. So I'm looking forward to seeing if we're going to go ahead and see this on the final day.
Definitely, it's developing here, though. We'll see if they choose to take the fight. They do. GT Doyu out the window, hitting their Thai friends here, and it looks like they do take out one, jumping down into the pit there. Doesn't realize there's a second, and instantly is going to get finished, unfortunately for him. Oh, he gets saved. GT Doyu Ed jumping in. Ed, one of the star players from the Chinese squad here, is able to get the finish and also get his teammates back up and in the fight. Really nice work to them.
And Evos gets knocked out there early as GT Doyu is just too strong. They have the arsenal and they got what it takes. And look at this right here. We have BRK. Actually, for me, one of the disappointments of the tournament, as I expected to do so well. And right now they're currently standing on number 19. But I'm looking forward to see how they're gonna go. How are they gonna go ahead and recover after 2 days of gameplay, right?
That's right.
You're really not gonna go ahead and pretty much push for first place. So I wonder if they're gonna go ahead and try to go for the big dogs. They know that LHW. Well, actually, you know what? We'll talk about that once we get to Erangel. I'm so excited once we get there. But Illuminate starting to sneak up here on CPT. This is another great fight here, as we've seen Illuminate being able to rotate. Just the awareness that these teams have overall, I'm just astonished by them.
Absolutely. It's really kind of interesting to see how these fights are developing. We got, again, a Thai and a Chinese squad going at each other here. CPT and Illuminate getting ready to fight. Illuminate looking up the hill as well. They see Bigatron from Indonesia positioning, looking on down, and this is interesting here. We'll see as they push through the city if they're aware of their friends just a little bit further on.
They more than likely don't want to go ahead and engage, especially because, as you mentioned, Bigatron is up on that hill. If you do engage, you better believe, you better be inside a building. If not, you are going to go into third party. And here comes the shot, ladies and gentlemen. Illuminate Maroon 5. We saw him singing on the first day. He's going to go ahead and start pushing the action. Oh, but he gets knocked down by his own grenade. Are you kidding me? He might have not.
I was literally just about to stop you to comment on how crafty that was, where he was running into the building. He heard footsteps, immediately takes a little shuffle step, shimmy backwards, throws the grenade through the window, rushes up the stairs, and blows himself up. It was unbelievable that that happened in that sequence of events. It was almost brilliant timing. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
It wasn't for him there. Luckily for him, his teammates are still alive, and they're going to be able to go ahead and pick him up. But now CPT was able to pick up all of their teammates, and they're starting to get a vibe here where they're at. Look at them. CPT Han, one of the players that we were able to see yesterday, just starting to notice where they're at, getting some shots there. That's gonna go ahead and give Sassy just a heads up where CPT is starting to rotate to. And look at here, CPT 762 now is starting to rotate from the outside. Smart plays here by Illuminate as they start to, you know what, let's get inside this building before we get shot from the angles.
These guys are so comfortable playing in third-person perspective. That's one thing I wanted to point out that's different from yesterday, is you see so many of these guys positioning, but they're never visible. They're always looking around, checking their surroundings, but they just aren't showing themselves until it's time to push. And right now you're seeing Han come in again, doing great work with the AK, getting a couple of knocks here, and 762 wiping these guys out with the kills.
And CPT just trying to go ahead and finish up that team. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, CPT being able to go ahead and Illuminate there.
That's their second squad wipe. 8 kills now to CPT's name.
It is. It looks like they are going to go ahead and bring down momentum. And look at this. BRK against LHW. One of those teams that we actually wanted to go ahead and see get challenged a little bit early in the game. Even though this is an exhibition match, it's always good to see that as we see Sute there on the kill feed getting killed from GameStars. LHW TDC just trying to pretty much throw grenades, throw anything he can so he can get that player down that was in the smoke, and he does just that. But he has to watch out because BTR is going to go ahead and be up on the hill, starting to rotate towards those gunshots.
That's right, Bigatron up there, currently fighting GameStars. GameStars in a bit of trouble, and we also have RRQ getting into the action on Hero. We see Foxer going down to RRQ. Again, Athena looking like they're primed to have that great accuracy and solid pushes here as you see D2E and the kill feed finish off Foxer. So Hero down a man.
Hero definitely down a man here, and we're still seeing the action here between BRK. Now we're finally switching here to RRQ. RRQ, the winners of 5 games in a row yesterday. Some stuff that you just can't even imagine, honestly. I was saying it by a guess, and they were actually able to go ahead and win 5 in a row. Hero getting shot there from the angle by RRQ G9, and that's something that we've been mentioning about these teammates. They're currently spread out. They're making sure to get they just surround that area. Look at this. Aaron Fury winning the gunfight there with the Vector. He's going to have to go ahead and reload. He does get outmatched there by BTR. And ladies and gentlemen, there's still 2 players left up from GameStars. They are very low in health. They want to go ahead and start pushing the action a little bit. Luckily for them, they were able to go ahead and knock 1 player down. And Fyra just getting third party
I was waiting for the third party. You got K18 from India getting the kill on Pyra from range. He's rocking one of the DMRs there. Really nice shot from him, and BTR getting back up. They saw the kill come up in the kill feed. They know GameStars is in trouble at this point. There's Angry. He sees one of his competition. He's going to turn around. Angry gonna go ahead and goes down.
Miss every shot there, Angry, as he gets taken out with an AKM as well. But look at this. GTW is now starting to sneak up. BTR has to watch out as we still see RRQ doing their job and just eliminating the Hero squad one by one. And as we see, the circle is going to go ahead and close in. Where's it going to go here? Is it going to go ahead and go cave? Ooh, it goes Quarry and a little bit of water.
Couple of things to point out so far. RRQ just getting a squad wipe. They're going to have great position here moving on in. Cloud9 has been very quiet as we take a look at them moving into the zone. They've got 4 kills, but they're not really near anybody. They're going to push their way in. CPT realizing that the Streamer squad, Shovelink over Japan, coming in behind, getting knocked right now. They're going to be in trouble, but big props to the Streamer squad. They're in the top 7 right now and still pushing. K18 from India just getting a kill just a moment ago on Pyra. That's really, really nice to see them actually competing here with these pros.
It definitely are. And look at this. As we mentioned earlier, Cloud9 wasn't near anybody, but guess who was coming? LHW was starting to lurk around as BTR is pretty much just snaking through the grass, waiting patiently. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be playing today on third person. It is not going to go ahead and be first person like yesterday, so more than likely, you're going to see a lot of this. People just laying down or standing right next to a wall and using that third person to their advantage. And LHW now starting to notice, hey, there's people behind us. CPT is behind us as well. We might want to go ahead and just get up that hill because they're not going to be able to go ahead and use this strat that they're so known for with the 4-car.
That's right. They're going to rotate away from CPT, choosing to take on BTR instead. CPT taking out the Streamer squad right now. Deliapi Gaming, as well as Shovelingo going down, and they are in danger of going out of the tournament right now. BTR is going to start throwing some smokes for cover, bandaging up. They're getting ready to take on GT Goyu.
And LHW actually just making sure that nobody is going to go ahead and flank him. We saw a lot of third birdies there earlier, as we saw there by Fyra just getting third birdie from Gainstars. And look at this, CPT, he doesn't realize somebody's there. He is looking around. He's using that rock to his advantage. He knows that there's some dead bodies over there, so more than likely he's going to go ahead and continue looking that way. But he has to watch out. He has to watch out, PB. Looking for him. One of his teammates was under the bridge.
Yeah, K18's rocking the SLR over there, just putting shots on him, doing really, really good stuff. The problem with him is he seems to be in the zone at this point.
He does.
Kind of late in the game for that, too. So
we just might get our wish. We just might get our wish of people swimming across. Look at this. That's the only way he's going to be able to go ahead and do this. He's a 1 HP. He's going to go ahead and die. Oh my
Valiant
goodness.
effort with the smoke in the water, my friend. A little dry ice for you. Well, it's not going to work out this time, but I like the effort. Good shots on this one. He is going to go down to the play zone. That leaves just Max HD to try to save the day from Saudi Arabia.
Luckily for him, he is currently in the top 7, and I'm liking this strat here by moving slowly through cover, getting a rock, getting behind a tree, making sure he's not exposed. He knows if you get shot at, there's nobody to pick you up. You're more than likely gonna go ahead and die. As we see GT getting some kills there on the kill feed, starting to take off BTR. As BTR, the strategy of just laying down in the grass is not paying off right now, as they're between GTW and LHW.
That's right, we've got, looks like RRQ still up, we've got Cloud9 still up, GT Doyu, LH Doyu, CPT, a lot of familiar faces once again. We've also got Bigatron over there.
A lot of familiar places, and something I want to go ahead and mention out is Cloud9 is still alive, and they're now starting to push towards the zone there. Cloud9 not getting pretty much the placements they want. They have pretty much ended, I think, over 15th place every single match, so more than likely they're looking to go ahead and warm up a little bit. They're looking to go ahead and start hot as GTW is starting to back up. RRQ is starting to push the action here on GTW again. He is currently laying down. He's starting to shoot around. Is he going to be able to go ahead and knock down? He does get one knockdown. His teammates are also able to go ahead and get another knockdown. Look at him,
everything's on fire.
Snakes being a snake pays off, ladies and gentlemen. GTW again and his team just destroying RRQ.
This is how the terrain and the perspective changes everything. That fight yesterday would not have happened, and it would have been a 1v1 there for just a moment. I doubt he would have been able to squad wipe them like that. Sam getting taken down by Zen from LHW. Now he turns his attention to Rolex. Rolex pinned down a little bit. They're pushing their way up the hill to the superior position of LHW. Sam getting wiped right off the face of the earth here. And Ace getting knocked by Rolex in return. Zen going down. Rolex taking down a whole bunch of them. Really nice job.
Cloud9 being able to go ahead and take away their LHW. Great plays, and that's more than likely going to go ahead and give them some confidence, but they have to watch out because GTW is lurking around, and also they have to worry about the Streamer squad. Is Rolex going to be able to go ahead and win this gunfight? He is able to do that. and now he is inside the zone. He needs to hurry up as we see Goto Stars.
Look at all the snakes.
He has to be careful though. Everybody is laying down. Goto gets taken out there by a snake, ladies and gentlemen. Rolex notices that. Rolex starts shooting them from all over the place. Rolex is not going to be able to go ahead and get that med kit out, and he dies to the play zone.
Unfortunate there. The play zone just ticking a little bit too hard. Couldn't get in. Too much opposition there on that side of the circle. Really valiant effort from Rolex and his crew there. Rolex getting several kills on the way in, so really nice plays from him. Looks like Bigatron, though, and their snakes will be able to persist on the top of the hill. I said persist. And they will be up there waiting for CPT to push them.
Do us a favor and spam some snakes in this chat as we see CPT now starting to push the action, and look at that, the snakes did not pay off, ladies and gentlemen. CPT
China.
just too strong, and it's gonna go to be China versus China. CPT, a very, very strong team. They're more than likely looking to ride that momentum wave, and they're gonna go ahead and do just so. They have to watch out though, because they're going up against GTW.
GTW has been very, very dominant this game so far. 13 kills already to their name. Really, really bringing the heat here in the first game of the day. This is an exhibition match, remember, so these points will not count towards the tournament totals. However, a great way to get warmed up, and again, a familiar face at the top of the heap, again, in CPT and GTW.
Definitely some teams that we have accustomed to see, at least in the top 3, getting kills. Talking about kills, GTW now with 13 kills. That is just insane, even for an exhibition match, and all of them are just snaking. They're waiting patiently. They know that CPT is gonna go ahead and start moving around, and look at that. GT Dukesy is able to go ahead and spot that. He's gonna go ahead and call that out and saying, you know what, just stay down, make sure they don't see us, make sure you don't make any sudden movements, but he has to watch out because somebody from CPT is starting to flank around.
Chiu from GTW saw 760 run up the hill, but one he didn't see the flank over there. Luciu's on the far side there, split wide from his team, and that right there is exactly what we were talking about. Fire comes out, and unfortunately they're going to start getting knocked.
Look at that, being able to go ahead and get that knock right there with one HP left. Pretty much trading. Now CPT has 2 players down. It is going to go ahead and come down to CPT hand. As CPT hand is starting to push, he's able to go ahead and knock 1 more down. Ladies and gentlemen, CPT able to clutch the win there for the exhibition match of day number 3.
That was impressive stuff from Han there at the end of the game. CPT again coming out with a victory. These guys finished first place in yesterday's last game, so that's 2 chicken dinners in a row for the Chinese team, who finished 3rd place in their region. The Comfortable Penguin team coming out to play today, not looking at all uncomfortable.
Game 7, 20th spot was definitely a wake-up call for them. After that, they have just looked dominant. Once again, that is an exhibition match, but that is something good to see. They have brought up that momentum even on day number 3, and more than likely, they are gonna go ahead and just still ride that wave all the way to game number 9 of day 3.
Absolutely. We also saw Bigatron from the Indonesian clan, Luxy and Zaxi, the brothers, finishing at the top 3. Good to see.
Yeah, absolutely, and congratulations, of course, to CPT. It's not as if it's going poorly for them in the main tournament as well. 2nd place currently with 2 first places as well as 2 thirds. So, winning the exhibition match, a nice warm-up for them. Winning it for Team Bunny, as that side completely represented Team Bunny as well. So, good out of them. And some kind of interesting things that we saw on SANHOK there overall, I've got to say, in terms of how many people dropped at boot camp. Oh my god, it was like 6, 7 teams?
Yeah, I saw at least 6 there at boot camp. That was absolutely crazy. Korea winner chicken dinner getting off to a great start. A couple of squad wipes early, but unfortunately Evos moved in and the GTW moved in. Absolute skirmish there. GTW making their way out of it, finally finishing in the top 2.
Yeah, a lot of action. I was not expecting that many teams to go ahead and land there. We haven't even seen that many teams land there on the previous day, so we maybe even saw like 2 teams previously, and to see 6 teams there, we saw how important it is to go ahead and get a gun right there. As we saw Wicked Gaming, sadly for him, he wasn't able to go ahead and just get that much showing, as they did land late, but nonetheless, so we see RRQ Athena wild card as well, trying to go ahead and just start a little bit warm here on the 3rd day with the different players, since Hot Jukes is currently sitting out.
I love Wicked's mean face. He's got no mean face, man. He's the nicest guy in the world. So big shout out to him. Hopefully we give him some more playing time this next game. He's gonna have to go out and warm up in a real match next one out.
They definitely are, and look at this, Cloud9 here being able to go ahead and just wipe out players there. And they were able actually to go ahead and move forward, and KWCD They were trying to play the same strategy that Full Sam played, but it did not work out there for them as Evos is just too strong. They are too smart, and they knew that more than likely all the players were going to go ahead and be there. Yep, clap that because still it's a great push.
Absolutely. We got CPT pushing Team Japan early on here, and I love the grenade on himself as he pushed the compound. Good memory for sure. And this one, GG Noyu jumps in to finish off Evos here. Suffers a knock, but his friend hops in and gets the finish here.
Talking about the grenade by himself.
Maroon
Look at him.
5.
He's
throws
going
the grenade.
He's like, I don't even know what to expect. Oh, wait a second. My grenade is still waiting for me, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness, that was absolutely classic. I'll remember that one for a long time. I haven't seen that one at this level of tournament play for sure. But Hero having a good time, give him a thumbs up. He's hoping to put together another top 3 finish today. Team Hero starting to cruise up the leaderboard a little bit.
They definitely are. They are getting the consistent finishes. And look at GameStar's anchor right there. Interesting plays by him. As we saw, Rolex being able to go in and just knock some people out. And ultimately, he came down to CPT, pushing BTR. We saw BTR getting huge kills, even though they were snaking. But CPT just too strong, being able to go in and flank around, using all those angles and getting that chicken winner dinner.
Definitely. Good to see a good individual performance out of Rolex there in Cloud9 as he pushed his way through the zone, wiping through a few kills there. Yeah. Good to see some life out of Cloud9 here to start out day number 3.
I think something that's important to know about SANHOK compared to, say, like an Erangel is that you see these fights going on in the wilderness in those small houses, and windows can be treacherous. We saw it between Hero and RRQ, that those windows can be very wide and shots can come in from multiple angles.
Absolutely. Kinross getting hit from up on the hill. He was peeking it, and he was like, you know what, I'm going to scoot to the side, get out of the line of fire, and sure enough, he got hit from another angle off on the flank. Was definitely surprised by that. Almost knocked him. Luckily, he stayed alive, was able to go to the other room, heal up, get back in the fight.
Yeah. All right.
And actually talking about angles in bootcamp, we saw that perfectly. Somebody in the roof was able to go in and just snake somebody through a tiny little window. I forgot which one was the player, but I think it was Evo's just pretty much working all those angles, and we have seen them do that so well.
All right, well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Let's head down to Valdez once again, who's at the stage for an interview.